Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. I have received several emails and messages about how do you align a M8 Softail. All right, well, I thought I'd show you how we do it here at Low Country Harley-Davidson and maybe some tips on how you can do it at home. When you're doing an alignment on this type of motorcycle, you need 4 points of reference. 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, and they have to be exactly the same so you can line things up. All right, first of all, we're going to use the axle here. Harley-Davidson gives us these tools here for plugging in to make sure you have a reference point. These are the part numbers. And in the manuals, they tell you to take a welding rod, 6 inches. I'm sure you could do this with a coat hanger. Bend it at 2 1/4, and then at a hardware store, find yourself a little O-ring that will slide in up and down on this rod. Okay, so now we have a measuring tool, and we have an axle, but we need another point. So I put this inside. There's my first point. Now, where do we get the second point? Well, Harley-Davidson has put a flat spot right next to the adjuster screw, and that's our second point. So I'm going to take my rod, I'm going to lay it against it, I'm going to put the O-ring right where the dot is. Now I have a reference for the left side of the motorcycle. This is where the axle is set. I'm going to take our other plug, go on over to the other side, put it in. I have the flat spot once again on this side of the axle. So I'm going to take my tool, put it up against it, and put the O-ring where it was on the other side. They're perfectly aligned. So this one is aligned. Let's just say it isn't. You would loosen the axle, not completely, but get it so you can use the screws to adjust it out, or use a brass drift to push it in while you're pushing the other one out, so you can get the O-rings at the same point on both sides. Now, Harley-Davidson also says, let's just say we've taken this whole back end apart. We need more reference than just this area. Well, Harley-Davidson said, okay, get a 5/16 diameter rod. We need a point that is the same on both sides. You can slide the 5/16 rod in, then make yourself some type of measuring. You could use a tape measure. I made this back in the 1980s to get around foot pegs on dressers and touring machines. Same process. Find the point in the middle, slide this over. Okay, I've got that set up on here, and I'm going to go to the other side, and the 5/16 rod is sticking out on the other side. I'm going to find the center point, put the O-ring on it, and there we go. We are set up. Reference point here to here, and the other side there to there. And you're saying, well, what's this thing for, Doc? You had this in the video. This is an amazing little tool. Wish you could make it for yourself. You know those Heritages and Fat Bobs with the exhaust right in the way where this thing is not going to fit? This is made to slide right over the clip. How about that? Now I've got the point of reference perfectly in the center of the axle, and I can go from this point to here, or I can go from here to here, and I can get my referencing out. So I was thinking of you guys and going, well, okay, I don't know how much these tools are. What can you do? Well, I went to Lowe's, I went to a hardware store, and I went, they sell rubber stoppers. All right, put the rubber stopper in. Find the center of that. They also have cork ones. You can purchase this at a hardware store. That's easy. What if you can't find that? Well, you can put a stopper in this one too. You need 2 points of reference, there, or here, and the flat spot here. And you can do your measurements also. I'm sure you can come up with different ideas that has to be snug in the hole and reference a center point so you can use your little tool that you made, put it on the flat spot, find the center, go on over to the other side. Make sure you remember that if you're going to do an adjustment, torque the nut on the other side. Make sure that you finish this when you're fully aligned, all torqued up and ready to go. Hope this helps answer the questions on how to align an M8 Softail swing arm. I'm Doc Harley. I'll see you next week.